Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome. This is another episode of My Hair, My Journey. Today with me, I have the very beautiful Errica Canterbury, who's going to come on in a couple, and she is going to dish about her natural hair journey. So before she comes on, please remember to like this video, share this video with a friend, and of course, subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss an upload or anything that I have coming. And I recently just created a KayKaySlays Facebook page, so you can run over there and you can hit like on that page so that you'll never miss an update about what's happening on this platform. The link to that page is in the bio, so you can just go ahead, click the link, like the page. On that note, My Hair, My Journey will start in 30 seconds. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Come on in. I'm going to read Errica's bio for you guys now, and then we're going to bring her on, and we're going to have her dish on her natural hair journey. I hope you are as excited as I am. So Errica Nyasha Canterbury, she is one of the first and only locally trained occupational therapists from the University of Guyana. She works at the Georgetown Public Hospital in the Rehabilitation Department. Her hobbies include dancing and listening to music. She wishes to pursue the psychosocial aspects of occupational therapy in order to help teens and young adults with anxiety, depression, and self-esteem issues. Her favorite quote is by Ain Eineziz. I hope I said that name correct. You were given this life because you are strong enough to live it. And that's a very beautiful motto to live by. So without further ado, let's put our virtual hands together and welcome Miss Errica Canterbury to the KayKaySlays platform.
Hi.
There we go. Hi, welcome. Thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, so before we get into we dish about your natural hair, your bio is very interesting with you being the only locally trained occupational therapist. I never knew that, and I feel like I knew you my whole life. I never knew that. So can you tell us, just dish a little bit to the people and to me, what is it like being the one and only?
So it's not just me, it's five of us, but we were the first and only batch. So
Okay.
five is greater than one. But
So true.
it is a takeaway from the challenges. It's actually really hard because we have a lot of work to do, not only in terms of the patients, but to sensitize the public on what occupational therapy is and is all about, so that they know that the Guyana now has the service being offered. So Tuesday, if I could just take this in,
Plug your thing.
So Tuesday is World Occupational Therapy under the team Reimagine Doing. So we are doing a lot of radio programs, TV programs, putting stuff in the newspapers, just trying to let people know what occupational therapy is.
That is great. That's amazing. I want to commend you guys and congratulate you on the work that you've been doing so far. I see from time to time when I see your stuff pop up on my timeline. So kudos to you and the team and all the best. And for those of you, you don't have to be in Guyana because people can access it worldwide, I'm assuming. So then just please, check it out. And let's remember that Tuesday is World Occupational Therapy Day. And let us support them in any way that we can. So thank you very much for sharing that with us. You see, it's a good thing I a little fast on the Minding Your Business about it so that we get this plug.
So share the information.
Yes, thank you very much. So let's get into this natural hair journey because we're here to talk about all things good, bad, and ugly natural hair. So, how long have you been natural?
So I have been natural my entire life. My father was a big reason for that too. He refused to let us get our hair waxed. So yeah, I've been natural my entire life.
That is so great. I know my mom, well, with me, no, but with my other two sisters, they have never relaxed their hair either. I'm not gonna give too much because they're gonna have their own segment to come on and talk about their natural hair. So I don't want to give out too much information. But I totally understand. So you said that your dad, that was something that your dad did not allow. So did you ever go through a phase where you wished that you could straighten, or were you like, yeah, I can't, I have to keep my hair natural, so it is what it is?
Oh yes, definitely. Because I was not good at combing my hair. I still don't think that I am, but
Mm,
I did not know how to deal with it at all at first. And growing up, everybody else's hair was straightened, so and it just used to look neater, and I just wanted that for me too. So I think that's another reason why I still ended up doing a big chop, although I never
mm.
had chemicals in my hair.
Okay. So what was that experience like for you, the big chop? Was it frightening? Was it dare I say spiritual? What was it for you?
It was the best thing I have
Mm,
ever done to my hair.
mm,
It was so liberating, and I remember I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell a soul. I got
mm.
off work the day all years.
Uh-huh.
I went straight to the barber shop and I begged him to just cut it all off. And at first he was not willing
Mm,
because I had a full head of hair because I've been natural forever. And
mm,
when I stepped into the house, I just
mm-hmm.
said, okay, good night. I continue walking. Everybody's like,
Uh-huh.
Errica, you have no hair. But it was it was completely liberating, and I'm so happy that I did it because I got to take the time to learn about my hair after that point. So yeah, it
I
was
think that is
liberating.
so, yeah. Wow. That, no, kudos to you though. And I'm happy that it was the best thing that you ever done. A lot of people that have come on and have shared their stories about so that it has been liberating and it has been something great. So I'm happy that you were able to experience that yourself. So we have two questions that are pretty similar. So I'm gonna pull them up one at a time, but then you could just answer in one go. So the first one is, what can we do to promote World Occupational Day? And the second one is, what message would you want us to tell people about World Occupational? I'm assuming it's supposed to be Occupational Therapy Day.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, I let me just start by saying occupational therapy is the use of everyday activities as the person's therapy. And I like to use the example of a stroke patient because a lot of persons think after a stroke, there is no
That's
life.
it. Yeah.
We are here to change that narrative completely. And that's why I like the theme so much. It says reimagine doing. And that's exactly what we do for our clients and patients. We teach them new ways to do things. We adapt the equipment that they use to even put on their clothes per se. So what you could do is just let people know what it is. And I will be sharing stuff on social media come Tuesday. So you are free to reshare those things. That a lot of sensitization is what we need right now. So that's what you could do to assist.
That is great. Do you guys have like one, like a Facebook page, like a Guyana Occupational Therapy page, or not as yet?
Not as yet. We
Okay.
tag heavily along Guyana Physiotherapy Association because we work very closely with physios a lot. So stuff will be coming off of their page, but soon, soon.
Okay, great, great. That's good. So we have another comment. Interested to know how your mom reacted when you cut your hair off.
At first, it was shock, as I said at first, because I didn't forewarn anybody. Because
Uh-huh.
mainly the day I did it, it came from a place of frustration because my hair was not combing.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, it was love. And she loved how it looked. She always tells me I have a face for any hairstyle. So
Mm. That's nice. We have Regina Fabiola confirming that you didn't tell anybody. So she's confirming the tea that you didn't tell anybody that
very
you
close
were going to
friend.
cut your
She
hair
was
off.
also shocked.
Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. We have a question that I usually ask, but I'm happy that it's coming up here in the comments from Kevon Campbell, who says, any advice for anyone considering going natural?
Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Period.
I have seen chemicals make people hair fall apart from the roots who gonna burn. I have a friend that has no edges now because she used to get
Mm,
a and I would definitely encourage you to do it. Get in touch with what you look like with your natural hair.
mm, that makes a lot of sense. I am a big advocate. Do it. What are you waiting for? Do it.
Exactly.
So,
Don't wait for the
uh,
moment where you feel, oh, I'm ready now. No, just do it. Just rip the band-aid off.
exactly. I like that. Just rip the band-aid off. Just do it. Just get it over with. I like that. So, one thing I've noticed about you is that you like color. You put color is something I like to dip my toe in the water and then pull it right back out. I just put the big toe in, then I pull it right back out. I've only played with one color and that was purple and it worked fine for me. So I would do purple again. But I am not adventurous in terms of color in my hair. So can you tell us about the experience about you coloring your hair, maybe some of the favorite colors that you like to rock? And the reason I wanted to talk about you and coloring your hair too is because sometimes as Black women we are told that certain colors don't look good on us, but you have been rocking the colors and you've been rocking them well. So just can you give us some insight into that, please?
Okay, so for me, the first time I actually colored my hair was a really bad experience.
Mm-hmm.
The dye was very inexpensive,
Mm-hmm.
so I hair out, but
Uh,
also it's a part of my personality. I am bubbly, I am loud.
mm-hmm.
So I was very okay with jumping into that again. But as I remember, I told you I got to learn my hair when I cut it off. So
Mm-hmm.
I never colored my hair again until I was almost bald, just in case something was to happen. And then is when I learned that there's special hair care for when your strands are bleached and colored.
Mm-hmm.
So now that my hair is growing out a little bit again, I know how to deal with it and the color because I actually had to bleach my hair out to get this
Oh,
color
okay.
again.
Okay.
So also I'm not afraid of going bald again because I think it was really cute bald headed. But
Mm.
yeah.
So do you have any specific products that you would recommend to natural hair women who are considering, coloring and stuff like that so that their hair is protected and safe?
Yes. So for me, I use Imuro hair products that's actually locally made.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Pick up the local
yes,
stuff. Go local.
yes. Yes, and that's what has been growing my hair mostly. That's what I started using it for. And she has a very big brand in terms of the variety of stuff that she
Mm-hmm.
offers. So now that my hair is colored, I'm going to use the oil she has for damaged hair.
Uh-huh.
That would be better
Mm-hmm.
because each one of her bottles have different ingredients. So I'm Moro oil, and I am lucky enough that anything on Jackie works for my hair.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
yes, so the leave-in conditioner especially and
Mm-hmm.
the Perlala
Mm.
is what I use. I use my three hair products: the LOC method, the leave-in, the oil, and the hair cream, and that works
That works for
just
you.
here. Mhm.
That's great. So if you guys are looking to color, you want to dip your toe in the water like me, whatever, there are some products for you to try to help once you would have had to bleach your hair or anything like that. Thank you very much for sharing that with us.
Yes, there's actually another hair cream that I use. It's called As I Am.
Mm-hmm. I've heard about that.
Yes, it's a restore and repair, and that works really well to help seal in the moisture because that's the most important thing when your hair is bleached. It has to stay moisturized.
Very good advice. Thank you very much. So if you're planning to color, you can have all the products, but you have to make sure that it's moisturized. No dry hair over here, okay? Good. We're promoting healthy hair. So we have a comment or a question from Aisha C. And she says, how long did it take for your hair to grow from the boy?
So at first, it took me about 6 months before I had a length that could plait. But
Mm,
then shortly after that, I cut my hair again. And after
mm,
that experience is when I started to use Imoro. And
mm.
I have a full head of hair within 3 months that I could have braided.
That's good. That is good. That's good. We have another question here from Kisa Hart who says, I know you have different hair texture from your sisters. Have you ever had hair envy with them?
So not to brag, but I do have the softest hair. So, but, but, Aisha
Mm-hmm.
has really long hair, and I have
Mm-hmm.
always loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And Erin, my youngest sister, she's a hair care fanatic. So she keeps her hair really well, and a lot of the things that I learned about my hair, I learned from her.
So we
So
gotta have Aaron on the show.
honestly, you should. She is a hair care fanatic. So I wouldn't say we have hair envy, but we know what are the pros of each other's
Yeah.
hair,
Uh-huh.
and we just appreciate it.
That's good. Yes. Appreciate each other's hair. We have a comment here from Sandra Hart who says, color looks good in you, Erica. And we
Thank
have
you.
another comment from Sarah Hart who says, yes, honey, rock your color. So we
Thank you.
have another question. Do you take care of your hair yourself or do you go to a hairdresser?
I often take care of my hair myself. I did that on purpose because the aim of cutting the hair off was to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
And Guyana also does not, well, it did not, I should say,
Yeah,
have salons for natural hair.
yeah, especially when we
So,
were growing up.
exactly.
Mhm.
So I actually found one the
Yeah,
other day.
I know of one, and I know of one through a particular girl who uses that salon record, so she always tags them, and so that's how
Mhm.
I know about that there is
Ex-
a natural hair salon in Guyana.
Yeah, yeah. So I take care of my hair myself. I bleach every time I bleach my hair. It was myself. No, the first I did it another time, but yeah, most of the time I do everything for my hair.
Okay, that's good. So we have a comment from Regina who says, I must add, Miss Canterbury was the one to advise me more in caring my hair, even though it's totally different texture. And trust me, I had major issues with this little bit of hair. Regina, I've never seen your hair, but I'm happy that you have good people and friends in your corner who's able to support you through your hair journey. She left
So
another. Uh-huh.
she's Indian. She's
Oh,
Indian, so
okay.
her hair is definitely completely different.
Oh, okay. And she's left another comment. It says oily, etc. Took the time to send the ingredients for a good mix to apply. Let me tell you some but good mixes. When you find, well, I call them concoctions, but when you find a concoction that works for you, stick to it. Hold it in your hand and don't let it go. Treat it like your baby. Because
Yes.
honestly, wonders. It works wonders. My mother makes a concoction. I told her she needs to start selling this thing because we have used it. It has helped our hair to grow. Our friends have used it and it's helped their hair to grow. I'm like, sis, we need to make a bag. Like,
Yes.
we need to sell this concoction.
I'm with it. I'm with it. And I'm
Yes.
big on hair masks. I think
Mm,
they serve a very good purpose. So
mm. We have another question for you. How often do you bleach your hair?
way more than I should be. This is the second time I bleached it within a year span. So that's not necessarily healthy. That
Mm-hmm.
came from what I was saying earlier. I'm not afraid to go back bald.
Mm-hmm.
But because I know how to handle it now when it's bleached, I think I was comfortable with doing it. But I bleach very far and wide
Okay.
after a year or two. But this was the most recent. Within a year, I bleached my hair twice.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for that answer. We have another question from Tamira who says, any advice for someone on the verge of transition but not sure how comfortable they feel about going natural?
I feel that's a confidence question, and you have to know that you're beautiful with your
Period.
natural hair. You do not need the chemicals to make you feel pretty, and that's close to home because although I had natural hair forever, I had the big chop playing in my mind for a long time, and I literally told myself that I'd be ugly without hair, and
Mm, mm,
it took me a really long time to do it, and that's why I also didn't. That was part of the reason I also didn't tell anybody that I wanted to do it because
mm.
people are very
Yeah,
good at telling you, "Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna look ugly."
yeah,
So,
true.
so I feel like you need to look at your face and accept it, and know that the decision to go natural is in the best interest of your hair, and go forth with. And also, there are wigs, there are weaves. If you do not feel comfortable when you chop it up, you could hide your buckle hair if you feel like you need to do that.
Yes, there are a lot of people making wigs. You can get wigs online. You can walk and get wigs, braids. We did have my friend Tiffany who was on the show earlier, and she said when she did her big chop the same day, she went and bought braids. And she braided her hair until it grew out to a comfortable length. So if that's something that you think will help you and make you feel a little bit more comfortable, then go ahead and do that. Nobody's going to judge you or anything if you cut it off and then want to cover it. That's your prerogative. So
But
if that's
exactly.
if that's what will make you feel more comfortable about wearing your hair out, then go for it. We salute you and we encourage you to join us if you haven't yet. So you got to do what works best for you. So this is a question I like to ask everybody because we are in this show is made to educate people as well as to praise and glorify, bring some enlightenment to the things that we go through with our natural hair. So one question I like to ask everyone on the show, and it's just so that people could really understand why there's a need for a conversation like this to happen. And that is, have you ever experienced any sort of discrimination, or have you ever been the victim of any sort of, let's say, hate because you decided to wear your natural hair out somewhere?
So as I said, I've been natural for a long time, but younger it would just, and especially in being compared to the girls whose hair was straightened. I
Mm-hmm.
have a nappy head, and the
Mm-hmm.
folk, and being dark skinned did not help.
Mm-hmm.
But more recently, when I did my big chop, a woman at work asked me if I
Mm-hmm.
would be a boy forever because I wasn't growing back my hair like I used to go to the barber a lot. Yes, so
Wow.
yes,
Mm.
and I really could not let that
Get
get
to
to me. I I just told her no, I'm doing what's comfortable for me,
you. Mm-hmm.
and you shouldn't let that affect you. so
Exactly.
So yes, I have experienced those things, and as I said, it had to come from a place of me knowing that I am beautiful with it, and
Mm-hmm.
who else? Who cares what anybody else thinks?
Period. Period. I agree. That's all I gotta do. Period. If you don't like it, too bad. Too bad. You don't give me money to go and cut my hair anyway. Are you giving me money for braids? No. So
Exactly, and especially
too
for
bad.
me, I had a hard time learning how to even comb it. Like, are you gonna
Mm-hmm.
come comb my hair because the structure is
Exactly.
big?
Exactly. Like, are you gonna come on this? Cause I mean, we have a comment here. Errica, you're a great champion for natural hair because you're beautiful with your natural hair. And
Thank
then we
you.
have another comment, sorry, that says, I love your confidence. Stay strong. And we stand a
Thank you.
confident queen over here. So yes, continue to stay
Yes.
strong. And thank you for coming on and sharing. But before you go, before we wrap up today's interview, of course, if you have any more questions, feel free to put them in the comments. If not, if you're going to look at this as a rebroadcast and you have a question, you can still leave it in the comments I can always hit Errica up and be like, somebody's asking a question, and I'm sure she'd be very happy to come and answer your question. So you can go ahead and do that. But before you go, I always like to leave. I always like to end the show on a positive note. So I would like you to leave a piece of advice for our fellow naturalistas, those that might be weary and tired and might be contemplating, straightening again. Yeah, those are the people I would like you to leave a piece of advice for.
Okay, so one, I feel like we need to understand where this all began. We couldn't have jobs like being news anchors and stuff like that because our hair was quote unquote untidy.
Untidy.
We
Yeah.
have situations where students in Jamaica are being reprimanded for having locks.
Locks. Mm-hmm.
And I think that is absurd.
Mm-hmm.
And my advice to people is that you need to be strong.
Mm-hmm.
You wearing your natural hair is a statement in itself.
Mm-hmm.
You letting people know that you're confident, you're a queen or a king, because guys are starting to grow their hair and I love
Yeah.
it. You know, you're strong and you're willing to fight that fight to say our hair is beautiful and it should be globally accepted.
Mm-hmm.
So go forth with, but also, I understand that not everybody feels like natural hair is for them.
Mm-hmm. And that's quite fine.
And that's quite fine.
Mm-hmm.
So once you're gonna wear your hair straightened because you feel like your hair was healthier that way for some reason, because I actually had somebody tell me that. Just make sure that whatever you do with your hair, one, you're confident with it and you wear it proudly, and two, you keep it healthy. Because there are ways you can keep your straightened hair healthy and not like how we were so negligent back in the day.
I was very negligent when my hair was straightened. Yeah.
Yeah, so just I advocate for wearing your natural hair because I feel like it's a statement in itself. But if that's not you, just keep it healthy.
Good advice. Keep it healthy. The main thing is healthy hair. So whether you want to wear your natural hair out or you want to straighten whatever it is, ensure that your hair is healthy. We have a comment from Regina again. He says, "Brave, stay true to you, and just let the opinion stay in the air and not get in." We have a question for you from Immoral Products. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. What made you decide locks is for you?
Okay, so Imora Products is the oil that I use that I was
Oh,
speaking about.
nice.
Great
Thank you for
to
watching.
support me. Thank you.
Yes, we love it.
Yeah, so because now that I know how to manage my hair, I don't want to. It's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
I love my hair open. I've only had locks for a month and I already missed my curls and so. But I know that if I have them for more than 2 days, I'm going to get really. And combing it is a lot of work. So I got locks to prevent me from manipulating it a lot. Because I can do braids, but not often enough to not manipulate my hair often. So I got locks to stop that.
Okay. So is it I know you said you like your hair open. So is this permanent or are you still undecided whether
No,
this is it?
I am interlocking my hair for
This is
good.
it. Nice.
This is
This is it. Nice.
If ever I decide I'm gonna get my natural hair back, I'll just cut it off and start fresh.
Exactly. We have a comment here from Sarah who says, "Shout out to Shauna for doing her hair. Out of the 6 of us, I probably gave her the most trouble to get my hair combed."
You would like to see me get my hair combed, Sarah.
So probably, but shout out to Shauna for real. 6 heads and easy. She's a good girl.
Yep.
So, Errica, I want to thank you for coming on. For everyone watching and for everyone who left a comment, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. For those of you that are going to watch this after, thank you very much for watching this video. As always, please like this video, share this video on your WhatsApp, your Facebook, share it on all your social media. Because Errica came here and she dropped some T left us some good nuggets. People need to see this. So share this. And if you have not as yet, please ensure that you subscribe to the channel for weekly content. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you very much, Errica, for coming on with me today. This is KayKaySlays. I am with Errica, and we are both saying goodbye. Bye, guys.
Bye.